Hey folks, it's Marvin Cash, the host of the Articulate Fly, and we're back with another Tip of the Mitt fishing report with Brian Kosminski of True North Trout. How you doing, Brian?
Marvin, I am fabulous, watching the sunset on shores of Lake Charlevoix, and a few salmon are porpoising out here, getting ready to make their journey into the river.
Yeah, there you go. And, we were talking before we started recording, and, you've gotten a fair amount of rain recently, and you got some kind of squirrely weather, but things are starting to cool off in your neck of the woods.
Our nights are dipping into the upper 40s. It's kind of chilly, not quite warm enough to throw a log in the fire stove, but our day temperatures are pleasant upper 60s, low 70s. This is perfect streamer weather.
Yeah, awesome. Speaking of, so what are you seeing on the water?
We're seeing some flying ants. The ant is the name of the game right now. If that's not happening in the heat of the midday, your 2 to 3 o'clock in the afternoon, you're gonna maybe see some blueing olives and some ants flying around. But for the most part, I would be skating some small caddis, Goddard's caddis, any type of caddis pattern that you have. And if you're not on the surface, I would be throwing something that looks a little bit meaty. Get a bite from a smallmouth or a large trout.
Gotcha. And are you like a chicken meaty, or are you a little bit smaller than a chicken meaty when you talk about streamers?
I don't throw the whole hackle out there. I don't need to blow out my arm at my age, and I don't like to use an 8 or a 9 weight. Honestly, the 7's the sweet spot for me. I love a 7-weight rod, and a 3 to 4 inch fly is about maximum that we need to throw. And often, like I was mentioning earlier, the Nancy P or the chromatic peanut, circus peanut, peanut envy, any of those guys, doesn't have to be huge to get a big fish to come out and chase it.
Got it. And so you're kind of, I would call it intermediate old school on the articulated streamer front if we're talking about circus peanuts.
Yes, totally true. Russ Madden brought that in, and that was a fly from northern Michigan and on one of the main rivers that I fish a lot. He invented it to duplicate the chestnut lamprey, and that's a 3 to 4 inch lamprey that's native brook lamprey, chestnut lamprey, in that root beer color, ginger, olive. Olive is a great color. It's one of the toughest flies to beat, and I think fish hit it just out of pure aggression when they see it swim.
Yeah, I would say I probably have 8 to 12 of those in my big Cliff Booger box.
Can't go wrong.
No, you cannot. And so, our friends at Norvise have generously sponsored the fishing report. And talking about streamers, are you using the new shank jaws to tie some of those up?
Just use a shank jaw tying up some Nancy P's the other day. The size, the grip, the bite, it's perfect for spinning up some flies on that spin.
Yeah, absolutely. And folks, if you head on over to www.nor-vice.com, you can check out the shank jaws. It's the newest jaw that they make, and it's very versatile. So even if you don't tie intruder style flies, or you don't tie a lot of like game changers and using shanks, the profile of that jaw makes it incredibly versatile.
I completely agree. And small flies too. You can go as small as an 18, but it holds a 2-aught nicely.
There you go. And folks, we love questions at the Articulate Fly. You can email them to us or shoot them to us on our Facebook, our Instagram page. If we use your question, I will send you some Articulate Fly swag. I just sent in a huge order to Sticker Mule for more stickers, so they're coming. And we will enter you in a drawing for something cool at the end of the season from our friends at Norvise and True North Trout. And before I let you hop, Kaz, why don't you let folks know where they can find you so they can book you and fish with you?
Please look me up on Facebook at True North Trout and www.truenorthtrout.com, Instagram at True North Trout as well. I'd love to take you out on the river and show you some of what Northern Michigan has to offer.
There you go. And even though it's getting dark in your neck of the woods at 8:30, folks, you still owe it to yourself to get out there and catch a few. Tight lines, everybody. Tight lines, Brian.
Tight lines. Thanks, Marvin. Have a great night.
You too.